Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to begin by introducing ourselves. I'm Alex Gaiman, the Executive Principal.
I'm Tessa Marwick, currently the Vice Principal, but soon to be Head of School at Millbank.
Hi, I'm Hanan Ben Hamama, and I am the Reception Class Teacher and the EYFS Lead.
Welcome to Millbank Academy. I'm extremely proud to be Executive Principal of such a unique and welcoming primary school. Situated in the heart of Westminster, we offer an unparalleled education to children between the ages of 3 and 11. We have the highest standards for our children's education, well-being and development. Our school is set apart by its warm and inclusive ethos. We are a warm and nurturing family that sits at the heart of the community. Staff develop rich and meaningful relationships with students, and our pastoral system ensures that all children feel supported in becoming the very best that they can be. We are a beacon of educational excellence. From our youngest child to our eldest, we are committed to the same mission. We want our children to be culturally literate citizens of the world. Students at Millbank Academy learn how to listen attentively, how to treat others with kindness and respect, and how to marshal an argument and deliver it persuasively. Manners and courtesy are central to our ethos. Visitors to the school often praise its positive, vibrant atmosphere, as well as our children's engagement, exceptional manners, and evident love of learning. Millbank Academy has a broad and deep curriculum. It teaches children the best of what has been thought and said. Knowledge sits at the heart of everything we do, and we foster a collegiate environment in which knowledge and effort are both lauded and rewarded. We proudly differentiate from other primary schools in the following areas. We apply a model of subject-specific teaching at Key Stage 2. Rather than receiving all their lessons from one teacher, children are taught by passionate and knowledgeable subject specialists who inspire pupils with their deep knowledge. We do not teach to the test, but instead teach a broad and balanced mixture of traditional subjects, including Latin, ancient history, British history, grammar, English, mathematics, geography, and science. The inclusion of traditional subjects, such as ancient history and Latin, can be an emancipatory force, opening doors of opportunity to our students. We focus on developing students' vocabulary and grammar, not purely in their English lessons, but in the delivery of all subjects. Academia is just one part of a child's education. Alongside the more formal elements of our curriculum, we offer our children a rich and varied extracurricular programme, nurturing their social and moral development and broadening their horizons. From teaching instrumental lessons in small groups to cultivating partnerships with organisations such as the Outward Bound Trust. We try to value the talents and interests of each individual child and enhance their cultural heritage. Early years is key. This is where learning begins, in nursery and reception. We have one of the largest outdoor learning areas in Pimlico, and this is used to enhance the educational experience of our youngest pupils. Our bright and well-planned environment complements our outstanding teaching and encourages children to develop the knowledge, attitudes, and understanding that they need to reach their full potential with us. None of this can be achieved in isolation. We believe strongly in working with you as parents. This is integral to our success. We welcome your engagement and we look forward to working with you over the years to come. It is such a privilege and a very considerable responsibility to be involved in your child's education. We are so excited for you and your child to join our warm community, and we really hope that today's session and the forthcoming transition events will give you more of a flavour of the wonderful things that we do at Millbank Academy. I'm now going to hand over to Tessa, who's going to talk to you this morning about Millbank's pastoral offer.
Thanks, Alex. Yes, so as I said, my name is Ms. Marwick, and I'm currently the Vice Principal at Millbank, but soon to be Head of School. It's such a privilege to work at Millbank, and since I've been there have been a couple of things that stood out for me. The first thing is the sense of community at our school. Our parents have a very close relationship with all the working staff, and that's really been great to be part of. Also, the high standards at Millbank have a reputation for both academics, but also in terms of pastoral behaviour. The behaviour of the children is absolutely outstanding. So today I'm just going to talk about the pastoral care, positive behaviour and our expectations, and then also communication with parents. So if I start with the pastoral care, obviously nurturing the young children that come into our nursery and our reception is crucial. And we understand what parents are looking for in terms of that and how to make that transition as easy as possible. Some of our parents already have their children in our nursery, so transition for them will be a little bit smoother, but nonetheless, the same amount of care is given to all our children. We do this through a careful and gentle settling in process, setting up routines for them. You can see that the way we care and nurture the young children is evident in our facilities, both indoor and outdoor, where you're welcomed at the gate in the morning when the staff meet you. Children generally settle very quickly and bounce into classrooms and can't wait to talk about it at the end of the day. Our staff, and I have been down to early years, I love going down there, don't I? They're really patient with the children. They're incredibly warm. There's a lovely rapport with the children, and also they're really big communicators. Yes. Our teachers and staff like nothing more than to talk to the children about how well they're doing, but also talk to the parents. So yes, and I've seen obviously you dedicate an awful lot of time to both the learning, but also the behaviour. Yes. The senior leadership team are obviously on the premises every day, so myself would be there and someone to talk to, but obviously as head of reception and nursery, Hanan would also be there and your class teacher. So there's someone to talk to every day. But in terms of welcoming and making sure your children settle, there are a lot of processes and strategies in place. So you do not need to worry about that. Your children are in very safe hands. And the best thing is, obviously, they spend their whole day with their teacher. So the learning and the behaviour and the support and even helping at lunch, they can look to their grown-up who looks after them all day. In terms of behaviour and positive behaviour and our expectations, again, it feeds into everything we do. So the way we set up routines and the timetable for the children, they will be taught in discrete areas so that they cover all the academic input that they need, but also explicitly taught is good and positive behaviour. So how do we do that? What I've seen when I've been down there is that it's both explicitly taught, but also shown and demonstrated by the teachers and all the teaching staff. So by modelling really good manners and kindness, the grown-ups then show this to all the little children, and then also will step in and help them develop as individuals so that they leave Millbank one day and are known for their good behaviour and good manners.
Positive praise, I would say.
They do.
Positive
yes.
praise
Works very well.
Works very well with our young ones.
Yeah. So also helping them to be organised and make decisions for themselves, even though they're very young, they start to want to do that and feel very proud of that. And then always fostering that enthusiastic attitude to learning. So the rewards we talked about, praise works incredibly well. Teachers love to give praise to the children who love to receive it. It's incredibly motivating, of course. I would say for grown-ups as well. We all love to be told we're doing a great job. On a weekly basis, there's a Head Teachers Award where children are selected for specific progress or effort or kindness and good manners. Assemblies will hopefully come back safely, of course, and all of this will be shared with you as parents, because that's the best part at the end of the day, is to tell you how well your children are doing. So as I said, the relationship with parents in our community is very close. I've worked in a number of schools and I've been really impressed with that. It's at the heart of Millbank, and it's why I am absolutely delighted to be head of school. But in terms of communication, it only works if there's effective and frequent communication. So, like I said, every single day at the gate, at the start of the day, at the end of the day, you will have an opportunity to talk to the class teacher and a member of SLT if you need to. But also during the day, you could ring or email if you had any questions or queries, and we'll get back to you. In terms of academics, we send out a curriculum newsletter, so we explain what your children will be learning each term for you to know, and then that will help you support at home as well. Parents are also able to log in on a website called Tapestry, where we log the progress that your children are making, and you can actually see the evidence of that. And then, of course, the more formal arranged parent-teacher meetings during the year, where you also there will be no surprises there, because you'll have been receiving lots of communication over the year, but it's always something that teachers are very proud of their classes and can't wait to share with you. So I hope I've explained a little bit about our school and our philosophy. I can't wait to welcome you all on site, hopefully very soon. And I'm now going to hand over to Hanan, who is our head of reception and nursery, to tell you a little more.
Thank you, Tessa. Welcome, everyone. I'd like to begin with give you some information about reception. So the reception classroom is really a happy and friendly environment, which provides an inviting and inspiring learning environment for your child. We really want to foster a love of learning so that your child can really become happy and confident learners. As was mentioned before, reception year is really one of the most important years in your child's school life. So we really strongly believe that it's really our duty to lay the foundations that will enable each child to develop and succeed. So as mentioned before, we really, as we're lucky to have nursery on site, so the transition is very smooth into reception. And we offer a lot of activities to help with the transition. So in the first half of the autumn term, planning is aimed at helping your child to settle into the classroom, to get to know all the adults, and to really form friendships. We look and focus mainly on the three main prime areas, which are personal, social and emotional development, communication, language and physical development. So to develop the critical communication and language development, we use and share many nursery rhymes and stories with the children, and we do encourage the children to ask questions and speak in full sentences. We're quite lucky to have high quality text to support us with our small world. And both adults and children love reading these books together. Our aim really in reception is to help to focus on developing your child's speaking skills. We also provide personal, social, emotional development activities designed to help your child to learn the routines of the day, the structure, and also predict what really comes next. We also focus on and develop key physical skills of fine and gross motor control. For example, we encourage children to move in different ways. We focus on spatial awareness, also using equipment and tools correctly. I mean, this is a work in progress. When they first start reception, we're helping children to hold the pen correctly, hold scissors correctly, and we make sure we have a lot of fine motor activities in the classroom to build the strength of the little children's fingers. The children in reception, beginning of the year, will participate in a short phonics session, English, maths, geography, history and science lessons, and we will build up towards the as we work through the year. So we are very lucky at Millbank. We have specialist subjects and expert teachers to teach our little ones music and PE, and they love music and PE. That's their favourite day. We, as I mentioned before, we provide good outdoor space and excellent indoor provision, excellent teaching resources and high quality teaching, which really allows learning in all areas of development in class. So really, we really encourage children in reception to be active, to engage, to use all their senses, and really to continue to explore and extend their learning experience. Planning will be done to build on your child's progress, and we do really recognise that children develop and work at different stages. So there are some children that may require more support, there may be some children who may need to be extended, and then some children might be interested in, for example, dinosaurs that are big hit in reception at the moment, or art, and this really helps to support their positivity and enthusiasm of learning, so they can really reach their potential by the end of the year. So we find at the start of spring term, it is common for us to see a real explosion in the children's knowledge, where they have made significant progress in their learning journey. And really, we further enhance their developing their knowledge, but through enthusiasm and really sparking their curiosity for the world around them. So in the summer term, it's a time when we start preparing the children for their next journey, which is a transition into the next year group. So as mentioned before by Tessa, we do use an online learning journal, which is a tapestry. We use this to record all of our observations and assessments, and the parents have really given us positive feedback about this online learning journal, and this is where you can see your children's experience in the classroom and all the learning that's been taking place. So really, in reception, I would say it is vital. Our relationship with the parents is vital in order for us to ensure best education for your child. And we're very lucky. I think we have a very strong team in early years, and we are always available if you wish to discuss any matters in regards to your child or their learning. We are really happy to help, which is anything in supporting strategies or any support that you should require. So we do. That's one of the pride that we feel that we have a strong relationship with parents at Millbank. So I've briefly covered a small snippet of what usually happens in reception, and I will go into detail during our settling in dates, our upcoming settling in dates. And yeah, so reception is really an exciting start time for your child, with so many new skills to learn and friendships to form. And really, our aim is to provide an environment that will enable your child to enjoy reception. My team and I look forward to welcoming you at Millbank very soon. So thank you for submitting a range of questions. Unfortunately, we've only had time to pick a few questions today. One of the questions were about timings of the school day. So in reception, the school day starts at 8:50 and finish at 3:30. The children usually enter through the wild garden gates, nursery and reception children and year one. There's another question about the wrap around care. So we're very lucky. One of our member of staff, Maggie, is an expert in running the breakfast club, and the children love coming to a breakfast club. So the breakfast club starts at 8 AM, and we also have play centre after school. Lunches, we had a question on lunches. So school children can choose to have school dinners or packed lunch. At Millbank Academy, we're very lucky. We teacher staff enjoy eating with the children, and we really do encourage children to try maybe food that they don't usually like. At the beginning, they're quite hesitant, and then towards the end of the year, they're like, yes, I'm going to have salad and vegetables. We have a lot of parents saying to us, oh, my child, some parents are sort of anxious about their children not trying or eating lots of vegetables, but we say not to worry. We also provide a fruit time during snack, which they love, and we talk about the benefits as well. So they all end up having fruit and healthy eating. Yeah. At the beginning of the year, we start off with we have a question about homework. So we send a reading book, reading books where they can enjoy reading with you. As I mentioned before, to really develop their communication and language skills, really important that you have time to read with your child and ask questions and model, speaking full sentences. It's really vital for us to help children to be able to, develop their speaking skills. We also provide some phonics activities and a maths activity, which we send out on a weekly basis.
I've seen them when they receive their homework with their little book bag, they're just so proud to go home.
They're so proud, and they're so proud. They can't wait to come and show us all the lovely work they've completed. And we have to do like a show and tell where they love. So we also send out to me, myself, my world book, where it's sort of like a weekend news where children, at the beginning of the year, we sort of encourage parents just to write something brief in there. So, if you went to the park or you did something exciting, it's their birthday, and at the end of the day, we invite the children to come up and share their news, and it's lovely for them to sort of just develop their confidence to speak in front of an audience, and the smile on their face is just lovely to see. We have 2 settling dates coming up. So the first one, this is an opportunity to meet the reception teachers and all the staff, and really to follow the reception peers while exploring the new learning environment. The teachers use this session to get to know the children, and we will allocate which class your child will be in. This session will be held in school following the government guidelines, so we kindly ask adults to wear face covering inside the school, please, unless you are exempt. The second settling in date is a session for your child to really experience a typical lesson with their peers and their allocated teacher, while parents learn about what we offer at Millbank Academy. The session will be held in school following again the government guidelines.
Yeah. I think just on that issue of COVID safety, I think lots of parents will want reassurance on that. A huge benefit of being part of the trust that we're in is the support we receive. So we have experts who come into our school and write very detailed risk assessments. As the restrictions change and hopefully ease, we still want to be very safe. So whatever their advice is, we follow that. And at the moment, it's we do everything that is suggested on there. We have extra cleaners coming in to disinfect throughout the day consistently. So it really is over and above, so that we can ensure the safest environment for your children.
We have a lot of hand sanitizer in school,
and the children are really good.
They're very good. They're very good. You need to wash your hands.
And we'll update you, of course, if there are any changes to the next 2 transition events.
So thank you very much, and if you have any questions that you would like to ask us, please write them down and bring them along to the settling dates, settling sessions that are coming up.
Well, thank you, Tasma and Hanan, and thank you so much for joining this morning's session. We really hope that you found it helpful, and we would just like to reiterate how much we're looking forward to your child joining us in September, and we look forward to seeing you at our next event.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.